Alright, what's up you guys? Welcome to another episode here on SHARKREALM, as today we have some new images, or I should say videos, involving the upcoming Mortal Kombat 2 movie sequel, which is set to be now officially released of May of 2026. Originally, we would have been about 3 weeks away from its official reveal or release in theaters, but it got pushed all the way back to 2026. Now there's a quick little article that I kind of glanced over, didn't really read into it just because WB is stupid. There was an article stating that Mortal Kombat got pushed back because Superman and other movies from the WB properties were doing so well that they didn't really want Mortal Kombat to kind of clash with it, so they wanted to do like their own thing, which is why they pushed it to May, which is kind of like the movie month, quote unquote. But other than that, which is complete BS, there was a brand new behind the scenes kind of like interview trailer type thing, which I'll post a link in the description below, and we get just not too much, but we get a little bit more footage of the upcoming Mortal Kombat 2 movie sequel, and I wanted to kind of just go over a few of those images. Again, it's really just the same stuff we've seen in the official trailer, but for this I wanted to just go over and see, talk about my thoughts about this, because we have practically we have a long wait for this movie to release. So let's go ahead and take a look at these images. So I'll keep the video link in the description below, but for this particular video we'll just look at the screen grabs of it. So here we have, within that little teaser trailer thing, behind the scenes, we have the actors talking about the movie, and they're kind of just sharing their thoughts and how excited they are, etc., etc. So in one of the images we've seen, or in the trailer, we've seen Johnny Cage fight Baraka. Now in this particular clip we have another one of Johnny Cage fighting Baraka inside the Tarkatan camp. And one of the things I will say I'm a bit disappointed with this movie, and I'm sure it'll probably be better in theaters, but this movie still feels like they're using like old school crops, I guess. Kind of like it still feels like it's a studio, you know what I mean? Like if you watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation or the 1990, well, I don't want to use 1995 because that's awesome. If you remember the Annihilation movie, you notice that the backgrounds of that movie just feels like it's a studio kind of setup, whereas this kind of feels like it's been made by 100 people and they're calling it like the Tarkatan Village. Like it has like a realistic approach to it, but it doesn't give you that whole city vibe that Tarkatan Camp should be, which I'm pretty sure this is what it is. So we have Johnny Cage fighting Baraka. You can see just slightly a bit more of a Baraka's outfit there, but we've already had better images of this. And I apologize, the pixels might be a bit blurry, but I'll do my best for it. Then we have an image of Cole Young. Cole Young has, I guess, a fresh new haircut, and he's donning his Akana armor, I guess. And it's one of those things where I guess he has like that healing factor. Some people were stating that Cole Young will probably die in this film. I don't know. I mean, this was a character added by WB for some reason. I cannot tell you for the life of me what his purpose was to be added in this Mortal Kombat film. I mean, he's a great actor, he's a great martial artist, but did we need Cole Young? 100% no. I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you about this character. I mean, like, I don't know, man. We'll get to it at some point when I do a review of the first movie. So here we have another really cool image of Noob Saibot, or Noob, or should I say Bihan at this point. His eyes are not white, so you can actually see his pupils, and it kind of takes away from the aesthetic of it, just because Noob Saibot always had white eyes. And seeing Bihan's pupils, I guess, just doesn't really work. However, the outfit of Noob Saibot here, or I'll just call him Noob Saibot for the hell of it, because that's what his name is, and not Bihan. The outfit does look pretty great. It's like a nice upgraded version from the Sub-Zero outfit that he wore from the first movie. It's more darker, it's black, it looks dirtier, grittier, edgier, grungier, I don't know what you want to call it, but it looks fine. I mean, I like it, I approve of it. It's our first on-screen appearance technically of Noob Saibot. I mean, we have seen Noob Saibot in the Annihilation film where he comes out of Ermac, which was a disgrace, and then we have seen Noob Saibot in the Mortal Kombat 98 Conquest TV show, but this will be the first ever official Noob Saibot fighting and looking more like Mortal Kombat 9, I think, or MK11, I forgot, one of those games. So that's why it's going to be quite interesting to see how this character fights, and we can see that he is fighting Hanzo or Scorpion there on the sides, which is cool. Then we have this funny little image of Raiden, and I don't know what the hell he's doing. It looks like he just woke up from a very terrible nap with his eyes glowing. And we know that Raiden practically did absolutely nothing in the first movie. Therefore, I hope he gets some kind of redemption. I mean, I don't know, like, I want to see Raiden fight. I know he's not technically not supposed to participate in the fighting, but I do want to see Raiden do some kind of martial arts, you know, like fight Shang Tsung or something. That would be really cool. But otherwise, this image is just too funny. Here we have another image of Scorpion, and he's once again donning the Samurai Shogun style outfit with the hood. Not necessarily my favorite, but it's fine for what it is. It's a little bit blurry. Here we have there's like a slight little footage of Hanzo. Seems like he was gardening, and then he gets summoned by Johnny Cage and Kano. So I don't know what the hell this is all about. I guess Scorpion kind of retired and wanted to live his peaceful life after the death of his daughter and the death of his son and wife. So I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a weird shot. Once Scorpion becomes Scorpion, man, I want to see him become Scorpion. He doesn't need to be Hanzo, if that makes sense. So this is kind of unneeded in my opinion. Then we have a pretty cool shot of Raiden and his lightning effects, and I will tell you that I think the highlight here is Raiden's outfit. Raiden's outfit is probably the best outfit in the entire movie at the moment. He has a classic white and blue. I mean, this looks literally classic Raiden from Mortal Kombat 2 video game or Mortal Kombat 4. Everything about it just looks absolutely sick. Now, if I had seen this image before anything else, I would have been like, holy shit, I'm so excited for this movie, but I'm kind of like 50-50 at the moment because we know how the first movie went, so I'm a little bit cautious about, you know, the costumes. But they did a really great job with this Raiden one, so I'm pleased with that. Here we have some lightning effects from Raiden again, and he's at some, I guess, I don't know, whatever realm he's in. At the moment, I forgot what it was. Then we have a pretty cool image of, or slight little footage of a fire blazing coming towards Shao Kahn, because you can see that is Shao Kahn with the hammer. And this looks pretty sick because I mean, we'll get to another image shortly, but who he's facing will probably be a really cool fight scene in the movie. Hopefully it'll be something near the end. Here's another slight little blurry photo of Shao Kahn kind of going through the flames, which is, can't really tell too much about it. Then we have a little interesting footage of Jax fighting Jade, which I thought was really, really weird. I don't know what these two have to do with each other, but I guess they will be fighting each other. So to be quite honest, Jax needs to do some kind of redemption. I don't know. But Jade, we know that people are not too happy about her being bald, but she is wearing her mask, which is, I guess, cool. But her being bald, I guess a lot of people are not too happy about that. Otherwise, she's fighting Jax for some reason, so I don't know what to tell you about that. Once again, we're back at the Tarkatan camp, and then we see, like I said, like it looks like they just created it from, you know, like a studio set kind of thing where you just have little teepee huts and some boulders and stuff. And I need the Tarkatan camp to look more rigorous, more filled with spikes and flesh-eating Tarkatans, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way I would see it. There are some skulls and stuff and bones, but I don't know, like, it just doesn't give me that Tarkatan vibe. It just feels like you can find this somewhere in Arizona or something, or Idaho. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'll give it the benefit of the doubt once I see more footage in the actual movie. So here we get a pretty cool footage of Martin, I guess Short, as Shao Kahn, and he has his armor. We can see a little bit more of his outfit, or just his arms, and He is fighting, I believe this will be King Jared, so we know that King Jared will die from the invasion of Outworld into Edenia. But Shao Kahn does look pretty sick. Martin looks insane as Shao Kahn. He's freaking, or is it Martin Ford? Sorry, I said short. But he looks pretty sick. He's got all those scales and dragon-esque pimples all over his body. The hammer does look pretty sick, and the mask from this angle looks awesome. Not necessarily from the first angle that we've seen in the trailer, but this angle does look really sick, and he's got the horns and stuff. So I dig this one. Finally, we get like a little better version of a Shao Kahn compared to the first one from Annihilation and the MK98 Conquest TV series, which was abysmal. So here we have another, I'm pretty sure this will be King Jared, I am pretty sure, but we have Shao Kahn basically stabbing him to death, and this will be when Shao Kahn overrules Edenia and pretty much takes Sindel and Kitana as his new wife and stepdaughter, etc., etc. So that should be interesting to see. I don't know if this will be a long scene or this will be like a quick little glimpse of a flashback, but we'll see what happens. Here we see King Jared falling down to his doom. Again, you see more like, it looks like if this is supposed to be like Edenia, then man, it just looks like it's just built props. Doesn't really feel like Edenia, and if it's not Edenia, then cool, but if it's something else, but still it just looks like a studio set, and it doesn't have like that real realm vibe in my opinion. But I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, it is what it is. Then we have a side profile of Baraka, which is interesting. Now, we've seen that Baraka people had some issues with in the terms of his mouth not moving too well in the trailer. But, you know, the thing about Baraka is people were saying that he has way too many teeth. He does look better, much better compared to the Annihilation version that we saw prior. And even that little mini-series. But I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. This one does look superior compared to what we already had in prior MK media, but say what you will about this. Here we have, I guess, more flames coming inside like a coliseum or some sort, and I think there's another image I have here. Oh, my bad. Because it was so blurry, I couldn't tell. This is actually Liu Kang summoning the fire, or I suppose. So it seems like Liu Kang will probably be fighting Shao Kahn in this particular scene. So we've seen that Shao Kahn flame picture I just talked about a little bit while ago. So it seems like Liu Kang might be fighting Shao Kahn, which will be great. So we'll see how that turns out. I hope it's just as great as Robin Shao fighting Shao Kahn from Annihilation. That scene was so epic, aside from the CGI. So Liu Kang does need his redemption to get against Kung Lao, which they did show footage of that as well, but it was already something we've seen before in the official trailer. And then we're back to the same Bihan Noob Saibot footage. So other than that, there was really nothing new. I will keep the link in the description below if you want to watch the actual video of it, but otherwise that was pretty much it. So there's really nothing new going on with Mortal Kombat at the time being, but I'll sure to keep you guys all updated with the best I can. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to give a like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in the next episode.